Well, time according to mine. According to the computer, it's 2 minutes, but according to the phone, we're on, so we can get started.
Call to order. Start with roll call. Chief Melanie.
Present.
Joyce Lopez. Chief Pettis.
Here.
Tim Gatto. Scott Stellenberg.
Here.
Brad Lingard.
Here.
Dave Ridgen. And Brian Sepler. Please stand for the pledge of allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. For our consent agenda, we have approval of minutes of the meeting on May 18th, 2023. Do we have a motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. New business, item A, discussion of quarterly drills. A1, discussion on 2023 Q2 drill.
I'll take that one on. So Q2, we did a drill where we had a worker, we pinned under a flat bar on the rail that had come off. It was really good. We had good participation from Town of Superior, Fire Department, our emergency response team showed up, helped out. It was a good collaborative drill, and it was good. We learned some things, but all in all, it was excellent drill. For Q3 coming up, actually we're gonna have a drill on site next week. So we have the 28th, so we'll still be in Q3. We'll get that taken care of. That'll be at our East Plant location, and the team's been working good at planning that out. So we'll give a report on that next meeting.
And then carrying on, update discussion on ambulance lease purchase.
I'll do that one. We found an ambulance, and this is gonna replace our Rescue 631, which is, you know, seen some better days. I think it drinks 2 quarts of oil every month, and it's saved us a lot. And it's not just a backup ambulance. 631 also, we use that for our second out. So if our first dude's out, and there's people in town, and we're able to take the second ambulance out. So we got one, and we're gonna be purchasing this ambulance pretty quick. I don't know if I have any information on that process, but it's in the works.
Okay, the way we arranged this is a 3-year financing. It is $7,900 down payment, $25,000 a year thereafter. It's paid off in 3 years. This is replacing a 2001 unit with about 300,000 miles on it.
Yep.
So it is definitely long in tooth and needs to be replaced. The first out unit has been in and out of the shop for the last, 4 months?
Pretty much.
It's throwing engine codes and they haven't been able to find it. So we're into it, I think, $25,000 so far, and they haven't found the problem yet.
Man, we put in dealerships and our other fleet service people we use, and they can't figure it out. So we're at this time, we know it runs good, it's safe to drive. We're just kind of troubleshooting when it happens, and the code pops up what our ambulance is doing. So hopefully we can take care of this issue we're having. Otherwise, we've been using it. It's safe to drive, and it's doing what it's supposed to do. Just that this code pops up once in a while, and we gotta figure it out. You know.
And in order to figure it out, it has to be taken out of service and sent to a mechanic, and our backup's so old, that's risky. So that's why we need this purchased immediately.
Yeah.
Any questions, comments on that?
So he says the finance, but it says lease on here, so are we leasing purchase?
It's a lease purchase.
Lease purchase?
To government lease programs, it's a lease purchase. We will own it at the end.
And then payment wise, like the towns in Garrett have to pick those up. I just want to get in a position like our neighbors down the street where we got a lease where they couldn't afford the lease payments. So financially, plenty of room in the budget to take on the lease.
Yes, there is, for the ESA agreement, there is a $25,000 or $24,000 remaining for the capital expenditures for the fire department this year. So rather than spending it on SCBA's or anything else, they're going to spend all of it on the ambulance. If the deal, if emergency services completely folded tomorrow, we could come up with the money for a $25,000 payment, yes.
Alright, and then my other question is on, is there any warranty on this, or is there?
I believe it had a year warranty on it.
Year. I can't remember, I think it was a year warranty. I was powertrain wise, I'm not really sure on that one.
And it's fully outfitted for the way, or we have to?
It says it comes with gurney, power gurney. Of course, we gotta put our equipment on it, stuff we need, and our decals on it. But the lights, sirens will be there, and hopefully in the future we get a power load, and that saves a lot of backs. This does not have a power load on it, and we really need one of those. And those things are a savior. The sound comes with the electric gurney, but not the power load system on the ambulance itself.
Power load is an arm that comes out of the back of the ambulance, slides under the gurney, picks it up, and pulls it into the ambulance. Fairly new, they're about 5 years old, but they're very quickly becoming the standard. The number one lost time injury for firefighters is back injuries. So,
yeah, they're expensive. You know, you figure the cost of a $25,000 power arm to hospital bills, emergency room, time off work, people pay, that pays for itself automatically. It's a saver, that's for sure.
so we'll have to look for more funding to do a power load to add it later. But the backup ambulance we have now does not have one.
No.
It doesn't even have an electric gurney. So this is going to be one step advanced. And like I said, it lets us get the first one fixed, and then we can send the backup one in and get some upgrades done to it, down the road.
Yes, definitely.
And Rescue 631 is fully outfitted, so it has the monitor, it has all the gear
Yes.
on it. So we're switching it over to the new ride, so it will be fully outfitted as soon as it gets in.
And then, this last one, what are we gonna do with 631 then?
At this point, it has very little value, but we want to keep it for a third out in case something goes boom. And we are looking to, we're working with the police department to get on a list for donation from another agency. They retire theirs a lot faster than we do. So if we can find another backup unit, we will retire 631 permanently. Right now, we just need a little more depth.
Any other questions? Going on to action, or new business item C, update discussion on fire truck purchase.
I'm still waiting on the funding from USDA on this truck, if it's a.
We're reaching the point where we're supposed to be getting some decisions, but our grant administrator quit, went to the forestry. That's the third grant administrator for the USDA we've dealt with, by the way. And her boss is currently handling the grant, and he can't even tell me whether the grant application is complete or not. And we are barreling towards a government shutdown at the end of the month. So at this point, we're stuck in government dysfunction, and I have no idea when we'll find out what's going on with this other grant. Even if we get approved tomorrow, it's still a 3-year wait on the engine. So I mean, these delays aren't panic worthy, but it's
How long is there, because 3 to 4 years out for a new fire truck, like I could be retired by then.
Yeah.
But it's just what it is. It's just availability is pretty tough right now for a new fire truck, for anybody, any brand of fire truck. It doesn't matter what it is.
If we had $800,000 in our pockets today and went to go buy a brand new fire truck, it would be 3 years out. So, if it push comes to shove, we'll have to do what we're doing for the ambulances, find a used one. But hopefully that doesn't happen.
You don't want to do that.
Any questions, comments on that?
So that is the backup plan, just look for a used one, and at what point do we decide to start doing that?
We'll find out after this grant cycle whether we're approved or not, and then we'll have to start seriously looking to see what's out there. If the market isn't there, if we can't get an engine that serves the purpose, it's not worth doing. The last one we purchased was the engine 632. We bought it from Mesa. It had 250,000 miles on it when we got it. It served us well, but it had a lot of miles when we got it. So buying a used one it's a slippery slope, and it is 25 years old now. So we'd have to buy something newer, we'd have to spend more, and we'd have to be really careful and purchase what we really need. buying it or from scratch, you can specify all that, but, you know, you have to find a good spec one if you're gonna buy used.
A new one's better because older trucks, they look finding parts for those, they probably don't make them anymore, especially as some of those ours is, but, no, we keep maintaining, keep them up and running, they pass all the pump tests, everything he's supposed to be doing, they pass them, but, we got off with a brand new truck, it'd be way better, but like I said, we have to resort back to, use them somehow, and we'll have to find the best one possible, and hopefully some history on it, I'm hoping they'll get this USDA grant so we get a new fire truck.
Yeah, I think if we keep plodding away on it, we have some time. We just had our latest ISO rating.
Yep.
The ISO rating reclassified the department from a 5.5 to a 4.4, which is a great improvement. That's about equal to what Globe is, last time I heard. So the department's doing great, but when ISO comes back next time, we have to have a truck younger than 25 years old, or we lose that full point on the ISO rating. So that gives us a 5-year clock before the next ISO comes around,
I think
4.5
so.
years,
Yep.
roughly now. So, you know, we have to have a new truck in hand by then. So that's our clock. And again, if we buy something that's less than 25 years old, yes, it'll get us over that hump. It just kicks the ball down the road then. In another 5 years, we'll have to look for another one.
Any other questions?
I guess the question maybe for you, Amy, is the council aware that the concern of the fire truck?
Yes, have been made one.
And this is, all of my federal grants are operating like this right now. Turnover is extreme. Every federal program, I've lost my administrator. Some of them, they're shifting from one grant to another. They leave Division of Forestry Fire Management and they pop up in state parks. It's just the labor market right now, and government is not competitive, so people are leaving government in droves. So you deal with the grant programs, they have way more money than they have staff to give out. So we just have to keep navigating that problem.
Anything else? No, we don't have any action items, so carrying on to motion for adjournment.
I'll second it.
All right, motion adjourned, all in favor?
Alright.
You have to have a vote, right? Or did you already have a vote?
Yeah, we said aye.
Oh, okay, I just didn't hear everybody say aye. All right,